This video is going to show the street in Warsaw, Poland, where there are a bunch of bars and clubs where the majority of people go out for nightlife. So this map shows where that street is in relation to the Warsaw Central train station, and that street is named Mazowiecka. So on this second map, you can see a little bit close up of that street. So it's Mazowiecka, and it's off the major street called Świętokierska. And so that's between two metro stations, Świętokierska and Nowy Swiat metro station. So it's pretty easy to find if you know the main street there. This is one of the bars on Mazowiecka Street. I popped into here for a little bit, had a drink. This place has a whole bunch of beers on tap, a lot of them. I think that's their specialty. Also has a kind of a little bit of a dance floor here, pretty good crowd. There's even some kind of patio out in the back. You can sit outside also and have drinks. So pretty chill place. Obviously, I can't play the music here because it's copyrighted, and so YouTube will delete this video if I do that. So just gonna have to listen, check it out without any music here. But anyway, I'm gonna pop outside in a little bit and give you a little view of the street and see some of the other bars and clubs on this street and check them out. And I'm gonna go up to the corner first just to show you the intersection with Świętokierska, which is the main street that you'll probably be coming from to get here. So now this street is in walking distance from the central train station or the mall next to it, or a lot of metro stations, the Nowy Swiat metro station and the Świętokierska metro station. So this is what the street looks like. One little word of caution is you see these girls hanging out here trying to get the attention of guys, usually tourists, and just like in Krakow, they're trying to get you to come to one of these strip clubs on the street here. I think there's one or two or something. Just know that I think this is one here, but just know that they got really bad reviews in terms of ripping people off, overcharging their credit cards, all kinds of things like that. I'm not sure how true it is, but read the reviews for yourself and decide for yourself if that's something you want to do. So I guess this street has really everything. The strip club, a regular bar, the regular dance clubs, some lounge type places, and anywhere from the low end kind of place to a much higher end place. So the street pretty much has everything, even though it's not that big of a street really. So this is Świętokierska here, perpendicular to Mazowiecka, and it's, if you didn't know this street was these clubs and bars are here, it's kind of hard to find. I walked down this avenue without even realizing this was here until I asked somebody, and they just pointed down the street. I was already on the corner. So this is kind of how I found this place. I was looking for someplace else and it was closed or something. So if you're here just for a few days, you're probably going to pop over here to check it out. So here's some of the girls I'm talking about. I think these two here, they're always trying to get you to come into these places, and if they're being paid to do that, you can be sure that these places are probably pretty expensive, or I don't know, pricey to say the least. But anyway, it's very easy to skip them and go to one of these other places that are just regular places with regular people. The people here are a mix of the young college kind of age crowd and older people as well. So I would say it's a better mix than some of the places in Krakow Old Town, which were definitely geared towards younger college age kids. Here you have a little bit of both, I would say. So here's some of the bars and more bars across the street, kind of a fancier lounge, I think. This girl just said privet to me. She wanted to see if I reply to, I don't know what she's selling, but I wasn't buying. Anyway, down the street, on this side of the street, is what looks like a pretty popular club called Room 13. I didn't go inside, but there was a pretty long line outside of people waiting to get in. So I don't know if that's, if that's what defines a popular club, then this is a popular club. As well as the one that I went into, Enklowa, which is across the street, or Enclave in English, also had a line that I had to wait on for a bit of a while anyway. So I guess they're both pretty popular. Enclave cost, I think, 20 zlotys to get in, about $5. So not bad. Pretty good club, and pretty packed all night long. And they're open till, I think it was 6 o'clock in the morning when I left. So definitely get your money's worth in these clubs. They're out till late in the morning. Not sure what time Room 13 closes, but when I came out in the morning, there were still people in there, I think. So it might go even later than Enclave, if that's what you're looking for. Not sure of the music, but your typical current dance kind of music in both of these places, I would say. Across the street is the club Enklowa or Enclave, and there's also kind of a line for it. It's pretty long, but didn't take that long to get in, but I can't really remember the last time I waited on the line to get into a club. It's been a long time. I guess I kind of felt a little better, though. At least there were some people on the line my age, compared to Room 13, which was definitely younger people for sure. So even on the line, I was talking to some people in English. I think they were from someplace in Europe. So that was pretty cool. Definitely there were tourists, and when I went inside, there were some people paying on the line, and they were Greek. I heard them speaking Greek, so definitely this may be more of a out-of-towners kind of club. Older, skews a little older. There's a upstairs kind of bar area in Enclave for people that want to just, I guess, sit at a table or comfortable couches and get, I guess, maybe bottle service or something, or just have drinks and relax on the couch instead of being down on the dance floor where it's a lot noisier, crazier. I definitely didn't get the feeling that this street was as crazy as Krakow streets are at night in the old town. So I mean, this is a little. It could be a little rowdy or whatever, but it seemed to me Krakow was definitely a younger, more wild kind of crowd, more rowdy, maybe a lot more tourists than I see in Warsaw, I would say. Um, yeah, definitely more locals here than at some of the places I saw in Krakow for sure. And a word about the safety of Warsaw. Um, this night or this morning that I went to this club, I didn't walk home. I took a Uber just because I don't know, it was early and I was tired or whatever. But one of the other nights I came out here and I didn't stay that late. Um, but I did go home, I think about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I walked all the way back to my Airbnb apartment, and it is more than a mile from my apartment, this place here. So I walked back, at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, over a mile by myself. Not a lot of people on the streets, just, some other drunks coming back from the clubs or bars or whatever. But even though the streets were pretty empty, you don't feel unsafe or that anything, potentially bad might happen or anything like that. Totally safe at night, I would say. So that's a good thing about Warsaw. You could walk around at any time of night and not feel like, somebody's watching you or you think you're going to get jumped or something like that. Totally safe. So that's pretty cool. The line finally started moving a bit, and we were on our way in. I don't believe they denied anybody entrance. Everybody got in, at least from what I saw. So this is what it looks like inside. This is from the second floor balcony slash lounge area there. You can see people on the other side of the balcony lounge area up there. And dance floor is pretty good size. I don't know what those soccer balls are there for, but anyway, music was good. It was a little loud at times, but good music. People were relatively friendly. Not a lot of pushing or anybody starting fights or crazy sloppy drunks or anything like that. So this is what it looks like, again without the music, of course. And here is what it looks like after, I don't know, a couple hours. This is about 5:30 in the morning, right before they close. Maybe 5:30, 5:45, something like that. And still a decent amount of people inside. So I guess they really didn't want to leave or had no place to go, like myself. So this is right before they closed. And this is what the street looks like at around 6 o'clock in the morning after I left the club and I was waiting for my Uber to get here. So looking at the people on their way home, still in their club gear or whatever. So that's pretty much it. My Uber is about to get here, and I'm heading home for some sleep. So thanks for watching, and check out my next videos.